It wouldn't be a lie for me to say that Scania is one of the world's best trucks and one of the world's most popular brands when it comes to trucking. But what if I told you that the 2025 model kind of sucks? I want to get into why in this video, and I know you're all thinking, why am I saying this? Exterior wise, they kind of look the same. Well, they do look the same. Let me flip the camera around. This is a 2025. These are old 2024s and older. But on the inside, I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. So, according to what I've heard in my research, Scania had to do this because of European regulations and laws and whatnot. So let me take my shoes off as we're getting inside. This is what they did, and this is all new, this whole setup. And I just want to point out that the diamond stitching in the back is not Scania OEM. This is aftermarket. This is done after. This truck is pretty much brand new. They do have the same steering wheel, same column here, except that you don't have a turning knob here. You have buttons instead. Let me turn this truck on because it's really freaking hot. The layout itself is the same, which is nice, but this is what's new. Everything else is the same, which is very nice, but they've put in this big screen instead of the old setup where you had knobs for the volume, you had knobs for the AC, the fan speed, at least. So now everything you do is regulated in here. And this is gonna be in Swedish, so you probably don't understand a lot. This all looks fancy, don't get me wrong, but it is a headache to navigate around because, like for here, you wanna change something. And all of these buttons, they move at the same time. So if I'm turning the volume up, you see that the whole panel is moving up and down, which to me is kind of annoying. I don't understand why you would do that. I know I can adjust the fan or the temperature here, but if I want to do it on the screen, if I can't find this and all I see is this, sometimes the tap doesn't really work, and if you miss by a little bit, it's not gonna help you. Same thing with here. If you wanna turn the volume up, I mean, sure, you can do it on the steering wheel, but you don't have a knob for it anymore, and you have to click either here or the steering wheel. And sometimes I forget about this, and sure, this might be something that when you get used to it, it's kind of nice. Another thing, when I put this truck in reverse, this is what it does. Well, all of you Scania drivers, you knew and know where the level adjustment would be, and that would be down here. I do not have that anymore as they removed it. They put it on the screen. So you have to tap on the screen, and now all this appears, and now you can, adjust in case your tow bar is hanging too low or too high. You have to fiddle with this, and I've been doing this so many times where I reverse at the same time. And what I like to do is reverse, look in the mirror, adjust, and hit the buttons at the same time, kind of go up and down, and look here on the screen where my truck is sitting. But if I raise it up now, I get the smallest little screen here. Let me flip this around. I'm gonna hit this button again over here. So I get this little icon here, and it's pretty hard to read with the numbers because they're so small, and it's just a headache when you're doing all this. And sometimes, you can't be too accurate either. If I hit it once, it only does a few millimeters. And then I do it again, it might do some more millimeters, or now it actually did less. And I do believe my push time was the same when I actually tapped it. I didn't tap it and hold it first and then tap it just quickly. On the second time, I kind of did it the same way, but it adjusts the truck differently. So it's kind of so-so. Well, these might seem like pretty luxurious problems to you guys, I suppose. But when you drive one, you'll understand what I mean. And what happened here? I am not a big fan, dead joke, about this whole thing being here and blowing straight to my face. And I can't turn it too much either. So either I have to turn it off, or I have to have this thing blowing straight into my face, which I'm not the biggest fan of either. And I kind of miss the old. It was just easier to read everything. You had more buttons, you kind of knew where everything was. And now this kind of gets pretty much hidden away, where this all used to be over here. I mean, you had these buttons as well, but it is just honestly messy for me to tap around with. And especially if you want to hit Bluetooth, you kind of have to like navigate around. And the interior lighting. As you know, Scania has the red OEM. You have to do this. As you see, these come on. Look, if I turn it off, they come off. It's nice that you can kind of get a visual of it, but when you do it quickly, you see how it lags? It's like, I want to just hit maximum. If I click this, I don't get maximum. I don't know if I can drag this, no, I probably can't. But I want to end up here. The old ones were a button where you just had to push and hold and you got to maximum. But here, if I do this, you see how it's like, if I do it quickly, see how it doesn't even come off, look. It kind of goes back again. Same thing with the floor. Well, this is kind of annoying to me. I don't understand why they did this, but that's the way it is, and you get the red interior lighting down here and up here. I am really happy, and I appreciate all of you guys, especially when we get so much feedback on Buff. This is an energy drink in powder form that you mix with water. It comes with a scoop. This is 40 servings, so you get pretty much 40 half-liter drinks, and this is really, really healthy for you. And if you want to try it, please use my discount code, which is down here, and I'm going to put the webpage up here. Ships worldwide, and this is, I want to be honest with you guys, this is my own brand. I came up with this, I founded this, and the reason why I did that is because, especially when driving a truck, I just realized I can't be stopping every 2 hours buying energy drinks that are slowly actually killing me because they're not healthy at all. So I came up with this, which is very healthy. This helped me save so much money, and it's so easy to bring. I just have it, place it somewhere here. You can place it wherever you want. I keep a bottle of water in my refrigerator, and I do have energy drinks wherever I go. So if you want to use my discount code, everything is down in the description down below. And I want to move on to the interior now again. I am not 100% done with what I'm saying, and I am pretty confident that I might miss a thing or two showing you guys this interior, but this screen just feels like they're overcomplicating things. And when you hit, for instance here, climate control, I mean, sure, it has a lot of nice features, don't get me wrong, but it just, I'm not sure how to hit auto anymore. Well, I know auto is here because I've driven this a few times now. But this truck, driving it for the first time, was awful. Especially when you're looking for how to regulate the airbags. It's up top here and then level, which says nivå, which is in Swedish, but it's right there. And now you can adjust. And this is obviously drive mode. But I just want to show you guys how difficult this is. Also want to point out and mention to you guys that I am very aware, sorry, I'm reaching for this. I know that you can do this when reversing but it just feels very, very inconvenient to reach for this remote and put it back like between the seat and the door instead of just having the buttons down here like that we used to and not have to fiddle with all this. So I know because a lot of you guys are gonna hate on me in the comments saying, but you can just use the remote. Yeah, sure, but then, you know, reaching for it, can't find it, it's just annoying. What I also want to point out is you would adjust, if you had a hook in the back and you're using a PTO, the PTO is controlled here, So you activate the PTO here. The thing with this is also, when this screen collapses, you're in big trouble because then you can't use the PTO. You can't, like, you're done. So I just prefer the old school knobs. But so I do believe that they have a good thing going here. And I also want to point out that this is new as well. And I actually miss having the old V8 logo. Now it's just a bunch of, it's just too cluttery here. It's just, I can't see. It's just too much information, and these are too small, and I just want, it sounds like I'm nagging, which I am, but for instance, oh here, brake pressure. I can't have that as a minor thing like you used to be able to have it like up to the left, up to the right, or so I could watch this as I'm driving, as this is pretty important, but no. So I have to have it like this if I want to see it, which is kind of annoying because change side panel, you can't put it to the left, or you can put it here to the right, but then you don't have the fuel, or then you don't have the, like, it's just, you just have 2 options. Before you could put it 1, 2, 3, 4. You could have 4 things. So it's kind of annoying. I'm not going to change it. What is nice though, and I'm going to give Scania a little bit of good feedback, is that they added tire pressure here, so you could actually see it on the truck. That is very, very, very nice. And this is kind of what you see, and I kind of don't like just all the screens. I prefer the old school, you know, the old school knobs, and I like the mechanical stuff. So to me, this is pretty weird, but I'm getting used to it. I've driven them a few times, and it's not awful, but please, Scania, if you're watching this video, take back the old, if you can, take back the old knobs and the old buttons. All the guys that I've talked to, they say the same thing. They kind of prefer the old model, old version. So please do that if you can. And if you know somebody who works at Scania, or knows somebody that knows somebody at Scania, tell them to send me a Scania to the US. I will vlog it, I will film it, and I will show the truckers in the US how it's done with a proper truck. Because I do love Scanias, don't get me wrong. And I just feel that they took something that was perfect and they tried to like twist and turn to make it better, but they just advanced something that was already so good. So they kind of ruined it a little bit. And also, pointer, sometimes this whole thing lags and collapses. And I do believe, well, I've heard that Scania has come out and said that they have started to change everything, and they've made updates and software updates, and it's getting better. Because this wasn't 100% completely done when they launched it. I understand, but I don't understand why you would launch something that's, well, they were time pressured, I assume, but still, why would you want to launch something that's not done? So anyway, I want to hear your story and your opinion on this and your take. I prefer the old versions. I do believe that's like the most optimal truck that you can have, the most perfect truck. Like a Scania 650 V8 with the cab like this, you're golden. That's all you need. So don't forget to like, subscribe, hit me up in the comments, roast me on this, tell me I'm right, tell me I'm wrong. I'll see you guys on the next.